Hey, the internet, we stole the show again.
Good evening. Yes, Asshole and I are taking over the show again. Say hi, Asshole.
Hi, asshole. And we
and
stole the mic this time because we're not stupid.
and I am Risen Lady
We're
Heathen.
stupid.
We apologize for the audio last night. It was absolutely miserable. So thank you for bearing with
Oh, yeah.
with us through that. That
It's hard
was
to
rough.
listen back to. Like, oh, yeah.
Oh God, I did. I re-listened to it once I got it all posted, and I was like, ugh. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like you don't realize how much a good mic like really is worth in the end. Like if I could find three more of these, I would. I would just start collecting these. Like because this is the best microphone.
I'm a
Um,
firm believer in don't spend more than $20 for a mic.
no, but
So,
that's my point. My point is that like you can't find these. I've
no, I
looked
agree.
them up and
Yeah, I lucked out. That came into a pawn shop I worked at. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. And all the music kids were like, that's a really good microphone. I'm like, okay. I need a mic for, like, shouting on Xbox.
Yeah, no, but like if we ever go big, I'm gonna ask people like if you run across these mics, please send them to us. These
Right?
are the best.
Yeah, I can
But
understand how the audio kids get hooked on, like, a specific brand of whatever.
oh yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I would buy if they had a new equivalent
Yeah.
that had like the same, whatever. I would try it.
Fair.
I mean, I wouldn't spend a lot of money if I could avoid it, but whatever. Anyway, so as I'm sure you've assumed, Boomer Rex is still not feeling well. Um, we hope you enjoyed watching Asshole play the game the other day. I literally spent all night finding the good parts. I was so tired by the end that you got what you got. Like, I was like half asleep at the computer, like, fuck it. And then it was like, oh, it's going to be 2 hours to export this file. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So, yeah, by the time because I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bed because it was like 5:30, some ridiculous time. And when I woke up, I set it to start downloading, and that took another 4 fucking hours. So, or longer than that, because I put it up at around I started uploading it around 10 and it didn't fully upload until sometime after 2 or 3. But anyway, it's on our YouTube now, so go ahead check it out. Sorry for the delay. These shows take a while, but no games tonight until I can get a good group like pre-cut so that I can just like put them in
Yeah.
easily.
Here's an hour of some shit going down as opposed to
Right.
watching a horse wander around.
Yeah. Or like watching a lot of the cut cuz that's what I did at the end. I was like, "Oh, look, a good long cut scene." Like that's what y'all are
This will take
getting.
time. So yeah.
But the beginning parts, I was, the first 2 hours or so that I was working on it, there was some good parts. And then it was 2 a.m. And I actually think I used the same video twice. So you might get some repeat in there. That's my fault. And that's because I got too tired. And then when I realized it was the same video, I was like, wait, didn't he go through this cave before? And I was like, fuck, I think that's the same video. So I had to delete the rest of it
So
and
if you really
find
bad
a new one.
watchers, you can go back and find that. That's a fun little game. Tell us what the timestamp is.
Oh god. Anyway, so yeah, so we'll in the future in my free time I will spend my free time cutting us playing video games and stuff so that we can get a more appropriate
Oh,
like
yeah,
thing
where it all
going
came
on.
apart for me at Hitman.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that I posted that.
I know.
Yeah. That was
I
funny.
hadn't checked out our YouTube today. I listened to us on Tuned In or
It's kind of near
whatever I
the end.
do.
So if you guys are looking for the Hitman 3 part specifically, it's kind of like the end of the middle, I think is where I squeezed it in
So
ish.
just before the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, anyway, you'll find it somewhere in that area, but it is hysterical. So anyway, you'll enjoy that. So let's talk about some news, and then we have a fun new segment lined up for you guys tonight. It's something we've never tried before, but I'm hoping to get a little bit of you guys like involved. Kind of like with our deep dives. If you have anything, or with our powerful women, if you know of any that have been lost to history, and
Or you just want to make sure they aren't.
yeah, whatever. If you got something, you've been stumbling about your head, but you can't, whatever, you don't have the time to look it up, let me know. I will do the research and I will give you the facts, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. But yeah, I will give you the facts. I actually am very thorough about this because I tend to stumble across something and then be like, well, what's that? And then I look that up, and then I look up, and I get really into it when I'm researching stuff. So don't be afraid to ask us to do some research for you. I love doing it, and I would be more than happy to do it for you all. So December 16th of 2020, Trump had an executive order written up.
What did it say?
Oh my fucking god, what didn't it say?
Fair enough.
So, just so that you guys can, really understand what we're talking about here, I have the actual file. I have the actual order. So it is presidential findings to preserve, collect, and analyze national security information regarding the 2020 general election. By the authority vested in me as President of the United States, blah, 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 crap. And all. I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, find that the forensic report of the Antrim County, Michigan voting machines released December 13th, 2020, and other evidence submitted to me in support of this order provide probable cause sufficient to require action under the authorities cited above because of evidence of internal and foreign interference in the November 3, 2020 election. Now, this is all crap. There's no evidence that there was any interference, foreign or otherwise.
Yep.
And there has been no proof of voter fraud or anything. This stuff has been looked into over and debunked over and over and over again. But my point is that this was set up before he started really digging into steal,
That's
steal.
the eternal problem for Trump.
Stop the steal. That's what it
is. He would have had to give orders that day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not, well, I'm just doing what so-and-so tells me. Right? Clearly and affirmatively say take the country.
Right.
And that's a whole different game.
Now it continues.
Trump doesn't even like firing people in real life, and you shouldn't, but
no.
Like, he doesn't do it. He has someone else do it because he's that kind of scumbag.
So it continues. Dominion voting systems and related companies are owned or heavily controlled and influenced by foreign agents, countries, and interests. The forensic report prepared by experts found that the Dominion voting system is internally and profusely designed with inherent errors to create systematic fraud and influence election results. The system intentionally generates an enormously high number of ballot errors. The internal errors lead to bulk adjudication of ballots with no oversight, no transparency, and no audit trail. This leads to voter election fraud. Bullshit. The report found the election management system to be wrought with unacceptable and unlawful vulnerabilities, including access to the internet, not true, probable cause to find evidence of fraud, and numerous malicious actions. None of this is true. Not an ounce of it. And we've looked it up, and it has, as I said before, this has just been consistently debunked and just consistently called crap, because that's exactly what it is. None of this is true. Oh God. See, it's hard for me to keep reading this because it's really just lie after lie after lie.
This is why the Supreme Court wouldn't take up the case. Because to further those claims, they would have had to manufacture evidence and not just a little bit. So, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna bother reading the rest of this to y'all because it's just flowery written crap, right? So
Oh
it's
yeah, these are what
written
these
with
are
all
these.
the flowery, pretty words to make it sound legal and real and whatever, and
When you
it is
steal a
just
democracy, if you're
aggressively
not
not.
going hard dictatorship day one, you have to steal it with the vestments of democracy.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you this, right? It's two pages basically. It's nothing. So if you want to read this, because you know what, I could read this to you verbatim, and it's just not worth the time and effort it would take to do so.
And it's repeating lies.
Yeah, it's just lie after lie, and I just can't. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, and it's insane. So what I'm
Well,
gonna
and
do?
it's from a right. It's an aborted line. It's not the path they went.
Right. So all you need to do is Google, and this is how I found it. You just Google December 16th, 2020, Trump executive order, and you'll get a bunch of uh, articles, right? So you click on, I think it was the Politico one, and if you read through the article, there's a place that says, if you want to read the full executive order, click here, and it's a PDF, and you just download it, and you can
read
get it.
like
It's
pretty much every executive order.
Yeah, it's stupid.
This was the ones to right seize voting machines in furtherance of a lie most people have stopped.
But this furthers
telling.
all of our January 6th insurrection stuff that we've been talking about how this started long before
Yeah.
January 6th. This was in the works before he even started the campaign for Stop the Steal, before he even started yelling about fraudulent voting and blah blah
Stop
blah.
the Steal was held over from 2016.
Right, but what I'm saying is that that all happened before January 6th.
Oh yeah.
And long before the election
January
even
6th was the pot boiling over, not the pot getting hot.
And long before the 2016 election, he already started saying that if he lost, that he was gonna not agree with that.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
he did that again in 2020.
Nearly the whole of the Stop the Steal movement came directly out of the box from 2000.
Right.
2016.
So my point is that it was
well planned in advance.
well in advance. Yeah.
No,
this
that's
this
that's
was
how you
being
make it a-
discussed from the day he was elected.
This is what happens when we decided to mix the presidency of the United States with Real House Husbands of what the fuck are we doing as a society? We have to stop.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's just stupid. So again, this is just another warning flag of what we have to look forward to in the future, because he's not going to stop. This is
There was
only
no
going to
pushback
get
in-
worse.
Yeah.
The rhetoric will continue.
The number.
And if we don't get out there and vote, and I'm going to start talking about voting regularly because not enough people do. You
How
need
do you
to
know you're an American
vote.
if you don't vote?
Yeah. No, I knew somebody who'd never voted once a day in her life. And you know what time she decided to vote? For Trump.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm happy for her. I'm proud that she finally decided to get out there and vote. Am I happy she voted for Trump? No. But I'm happy she decided to finally use that freedom that is the whole purpose of why are you an American if you don't fucking vote?
Yes.
That's the whole fucking point.
Even pirates get to vote. This is your chance.
Yeah. Just get out there and vote. And you know what? If you don't want to leave your house, there's mail-in voting now, which is not fraudulent.
Sometimes.
Florida does it.
Yeah, Texas did it a lot last year too. They rejected last cycle. They rejected around 11% of the requests for mail-in ballots. Now they're hovering around 40% rejection rate.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck you, Texas.
But
Seriously.
no, Democrats cool.
Not the lovely
There's a
people
bad
who live
rule.
there that listen to our show and hate the way that Republicans are ruining things, but to all the other people who are encouraging this bullshit.
Democrats, you have to get up on your hind feet.
You know, the only way, because here's the truth of the matter: Democrats outnumber Republicans by a significant amount, and the only way that matters
Yeah.
is if you fucking vote. Because I promise you, they're going to be out there in numbers voting.
Yeah.
And if you
They're
have
going to be using their voter advantage to its fullest effect.
yeah, if you have a friend that's like, I don't know if I want to vote, be like, I'll go with you. Let's do it. Go vote together. I don't care who they vote for, because all I care about is that everybody's involved in it, because the only way you're going to get a real idea of what the American people want is if everybody's voting. If you're taking away people's rights to votes, or if you don't know what your rights are because of weird laws, call your local government and ask them, what do I have to do to vote? Where do I have to be? Follow their rules and give them the finger while you're fucking filling out your ballot form, because that's the only way you can shove it up their ass in a way that's going to make them sad.
Yes.
Get out there and vote.
This is your time to do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to suck. Bring snacks, bring water.
Yeah.
Help each other. Look out for each other. Be nice to monkeys.
Uh-huh.
Like...
No, if they say that you can't give out water, make sure you have a bunch of water. Put some, on the ground next to you or whatever, and, take me or something. Like, I don't care. Like, how you have to make this happen.
Look for thirsty people.
Yeah.
Say, oh no, I brought too much water, and then drop it. Now it's just trash. So maybe they could get you for littering. Look out for that.
Littering fines are pretty...
The nice thing about what took over Trumpism, right? Because again, it's the same spirit that animated the Tea Party for the 6 seconds it was alive before Dick Armey took it over and astroturfed the shit out of it.
Right.
So, yeah. And we see that when we do the numbers on stuff, and we can look and tell you exactly which demographic it was. Shit, now I'm kind of curious if you could build an advertising profile to stab directly at the heart of the Trumpiest of Trumpy.
I bet you could. I bet it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah. Because it's middle-class kids and a handful of known area codes.
Uh-huh.
Right. Anyway. I really want to talk to, not the crazy, right, because the crazy isn't interesting.
Not the QAnon.
American, just any kind of American crazy, right? When you look at it and go, no, that's some culty shit, I'm out, right?
Right.
Again, when they sound like the kid at the high school parties who was on way too hard of drugs way too early.
Oh, God, yeah.
And no, because that idiot can't hold court long term. That one's going to have to, we have to give up our mortal souls to go and join the aliens on the who cares.
Right.
What, an American talked to a bunch of other Americans and all of them dying at once because they were scared? Yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you met us? You not know what we're like?
No, that's humans in general. That's not just Americans. You've seen that in different, Europe's had similar things. No, that's kind of everywhere. But
I think we are specifically designed, I think a couple of our founding flaws tend us towards that more.
I can see that.
Right, I don't think Europe has the same cult problem we do.
Hmm.
I do not believe there are as many snake handlers in Europe.
I don't know.
Me either.
Do we have any? If we have any listeners from Europe, please weigh in, because
I'm sure there's somebody doing something.
Yeah, we would love to know if you guys have similar sorts of stuff going on. I've heard whispers of things, but nothing that I've ever looked into, because I've been so busy trying to keep up with American politics.
If for no other reason than against Europe as a whole, I have no earthly idea. That's actually a fair comparison. Our problem is Florida's population is what number, Brian? Versus all of Great Britain, right? Which is 45 million.
Wow.
Not popular. I don't want to know what's popular in Florida. Leave it there. Yeah, 21 billion Florida men. Well, 11 billion Florida men. And boys, soon to be men. That's nearly half the population of all the British.
Dude, that's more people. I grew up in New Hampshire. We have
1.6 million.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah. Nobody lives there.
I know.
It's the teeny tiny.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about how Republican voters count for more, because they're in those big states where it's I don't know, just make it big and square, bro. We got a lot of country to cut.
Well, and New Hampshire's funny because there's just lots of woods.
Yeah.
There's lots of nothing. So we have even less people than we could probably support.
New England is very much the frosty, opposite side of the coin from Florida, Louisiana, the fun parts of Alabama.
Yeah. No, I can say that, the only reason why I'll never go back there is the fucking winters. Fuck that shit. I lived there too long.
Yeah.
I don't want those winters anymore. Especially the more recent ones.
Yeah. No, you're
not fun.
No, I would go up and visit during winter because there is no winter in this burned hellscape. But snow's kind of cool, and I don't have to drive in it, so fuck everybody. I hope it snows so bad everyone dies. Except my cat. And all the things I like in I'm not saying I want that to happen now.
Uh-huh.
I do routinely wish for 3 feet of snow all at once, and I'm pretty sure that'd be a harsh negative, so...
3 feet of snow here would be disastrous.
I'm pretty sure 3 feet of snow all at once anywhere, like, as like a cake.
Oh, like it just 3 feet of snow.
Like how Disney makes it look like it snows in a couple of things.
Oh, yeah, where they do that, where it's like snowing very lightly, and then all of a sudden, plop, and then there's like, yes, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's going to squish some buildings dead.
Oh,
especially out here, since they have those big flat roofs, because, well...
No, but I thought you meant like 24 hours or whatever snowstorm. I've done 2.5 feet. 3 feet would be probably the same.
6
like,
feet.
I can't imagine an extra 6 inches is going to change how bad that is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
like, it's fine. Buffalo, New York regularly gets like 12 feet in a couple of days. Like, it's fine. They could figure it out. We could figure it out. I'm not worried. But anyway, out here in Arizona, that would definitely not go over well. All right, so let's discuss the March for Life rally bullshit going on.
I loved the chain of events that happened because I know a lot about this story. And
yeah,
I didn't. And she was like, "Hey, did you see the thing about whatever?" What'd you think it was? That's what I want to know. I want to know the you before I ruined it. And my knowing of things.
I was hoping it was like people marching for like women's rights.
Yeah.
You know, life. Because sometimes if you force a woman to have a baby, she gonna die. And sometimes if you force a woman to have a baby, the baby and the woman's gonna die. And sometimes the baby's fucked up and only lives a short, painful, cruel, terrible life in hospitals, and bad things happen because people don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So fair. And then it turns out it was a bunch of pro-life lunatics, anti-vax nonsense.
No, he said they were pro-lifers, and I was like, oh, fuck me. Fuck my face!
And Patriot Front made an appearance, because of course they did. Because we are turning politics now into some bad wrestling knockoff nonsense.
Well, and here's the thing, don't they all believe
they were
in the
waiting
same
in the
thing?
crowd! Oh!
Why are they even there?
For exactly this reason. One, they're offering common cause to whoever does March for Life. Or whoever wants to, whoever's curious. Whoever wants to, get a little, meet us over here and get a pamphlet. Like...
Oh, but they
garbage.
sorted that shit out quick, though.
Yeah, they wandered off in another direction.
Well, I thought you said that...
DC police.
Yeah, and I thought you said that some of the protesters were pushing back at them.
They were following them and pointing out, hey, I bet if Black Lives Matter deviated from the protest route, this is not what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's, fascists, white fascists in America, like...
Yep.
This is the problem with going this route for the moderate Republicans is these people are about to put white privilege on display the way that it's always caused them to lose in the end. Or they're going to make a real go of taking it.
No, here's my thing. I would give any small amount of credence to people who are legit pro-lifers if they could answer me some questions. Okay, well, what about the parents who, can't afford the baby? And if your answer to me is, well, they shouldn't have had sex. What kind of idiot are you? What do you think monkeys are made to do?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the whole intent of the reason why we have things the way we have them. My vagina fits a dick or whatever I want to put in it perfectly, and it feels good. Do you want to know why? Because life made it that way, so that you would enjoy the act of procreation. So you will continue to do the thing. Now, a lot of these women who accidentally get pregnant are on birth control or used a condom, or maybe the boyfriend was like, oh, it's just this one time, whatever.
Well, they
and
recently outlawed stealthing in fucking California.
Oh, stealthing is fucking... Okay, for those of you who don't know what stealthing is, asshole will describe.
That's when you secretly take the condom off after, like, the girls made sure you put a condom on, because she's willing to bang you. She's not willing to have your fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or trust that you weren't banging some other stranger last night.
With
We
some
did,
weird
in fact, build
STD.
a bunch of apps for exactly that purpose, websites, and yeah, the internet floats on a sea of porn.
Mm-hmm. The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. So grab your dick and double click for porn. Porn, porn.
Right?
I love that song. Makes me happy.
Fair enough.
Anyway, my point is that that would be one question, and they should not have had sex is never a good fucking answer. That's some bullshit. Fuck off.
That's not how you build a society.
Well, and that's not realistic.
No.
Let's be realistic.
Yes.
Now, my problem is that okay, so
Wow.
so this is your argument. They shouldn't have had sex. Well, okay, but they did, and you don't support birth control. You don't support condoms. Now, if you're a pro-lifer that supports those two things, we're having a totally different conversation. But I promise you, 95% of these motherfuckers don't believe, because it's super religious shitheads. They don't believe in condoms. They don't believe in birth control. And they don't believe that your health insurance should cover your birth control. However, they're perfectly cool with men getting those little blue fucking pills.
Yep.
So you're going to give men little blue fucking pills so they can fuck better, longer, harder, whatever the fuck they want.
At all.
But you're going to tell women that, so we're going to give these guys these little blue pills and they're going to come after you and it's going to be a fucking wild ride. And oh, by the way, you're not allowed to protect yourself in any manner whatsoever. Good luck.
We did invent a little pink pill, which is a whole other ethical bucket of worms.
What's the little pink pill?
It's a fucking mood alterer. We'll look into it. Because that's been the problem, right? Viagra is curing a physical malfunction, right? Versus, like, for women, it's most of the time when we interview them, we keep getting lack of drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, this
All
makes
right.
you randy.
So you understand...
Like Spanish fly, but real.
So you understand how aggressively, like, I don't give a fuck about what you think if you don't support, birth control and condoms, okay? And
I firmly think that
so-
should just be the straight Democrat brand.
all right, so we're going to move on to the next question I'm going to ask, and that is going to be why or what about the case of rape, right? Woman gets raped, family member, friend, whatever, okay? Now you're going to tell me that she can't get an abortion because things. Give me a good fucking reason, all right? I need a good fucking reason,
Most
and I know you
pro-lifers
can't give
are
me
gonna
one.
wrap themselves in the cloak of feeling good and virtuous because they, of course, support, right, the carve-outs for rape and incest.
Oh, but they're not. They're
Oh, no,
actively not.
It's just going to be a happy coincidence when the lunatics get that passed. They're very sorry about what happened. They don't think that's how we should have done it.
The other
Thoughts and
thing,
prayers.
the other thing is that they're also arguing, and
But-
I don't know if all of them understand some of the stuff that they're
This
quote
is
unquote
actually what
supporting,
your problem with the
which is
argument.
where I get annoyed, because one of the things they're doing, and we discussed this in one of our shows a while back, is they're making it more difficult for women to get the 72-hour pill.
Mhm.
Plan C, I think they call it.
I know it is assumed Plan B, but
Well, because you got condoms, you got birth control. So I always thought it was called Plan C. I could be wrong.
morning after pill.
Morning
I assume
after
We're
pill.
talking about RU486 and Plan B. So works up to 72 hours post-sex
Right.
to guarantee no pregnancies.
Right. Yeah. When women are willing to go to hospitals and get that fucking terrible rape kit done, and I don't care what anybody says, rape kits are fucking monstrous. But so this woman goes through the ever and they go to the thing and they can get the pill, but now you're trying to deny them that. Or say this woman doesn't want to go to the hospital, doesn't want to have to go through this, so they go online and they talk to their doctor and they, go and they get a pill, right? And then they want to take this pill. You're saying you can't mail it to me, so I can't have one in case like something bad happens.
Yeah.
So again, like you are stopping all the ways that women need to use to be able to keep the baby from happening in the first place. Because I cannot, nobody can convince me that 3 days in, that's a baby.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. There's nothing you can tell me that will make me believe that that is a baby.
The WHO has free instructions on what chemicals to use and how to induce chemical abortions.
So go to WHO, women who need that information, who are currently dealing with hard times.
Living in a shitty state.
Yep.
Sorry about that. We're going to work really hard to fix that.
But
no,
try to
I
move
think
out of those states if you can.
part of your problem with the argument is their frame of reference cannot encompass, they cannot imagine more humans than they know. That's why when, like, there's instant conversion when, right, they didn't care about cancer stuff until they met, right, they found out someone they knew had cancer, right, and found out, oh shit, the system is designed to fuck you right exactly then. Right back when there was pre-existing conditions and lifetime, right, limits on your insurance policy and stuff.
Right.
So, no, we are fighting against, no one really conceives of how complex the world is.
Yeah. No, and
So,
yeah. And so here's my next question. What happens when you're going through your pregnancy? Okay. And all of a sudden you realize, because some things you can't find till later, right? So all of a sudden you realize your child has some sort of problem. Okay. And I'm not talking something little. I'm talking like some serious problem that's going to keep them from being able to live any sort
this
of
one's coming out
a life.
horribly scrambled. Right. Again, it sounds a lot like we're talking to where I used the cutoff of, right, a life I wouldn't want to live.
Right. Exactly. So like deformed heart, deformed brain, like severe deformations that will cause them to never be able to live a full life, let alone a pain-free, healthy, whatever type of life in any manner whatsoever. So maybe you've already picked out a name for this kid. Maybe you've already had your baby shower, and now you have to do this horrible thing. Or birth a baby that's going to suffer its entire life. Those are your choices. And you're telling me that I can't choose to be, what's the word they like to use a lot? Benevolent. Anyway, to take the right path that I feel is best for my child, and that is to not live a life like that. That's not fair to the child.
Yeah.
That's just me being selfish.
These are humans who have trouble with that episode of MASH where the baby gets smothered. Because, humans have made that choice a lot in life.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it's a reason why there's opioids in milk. But that's a whole other thing.
Right, but now you are going to force me to have this baby, and it's going to cost millions of dollars in the first couple years of life.
And no one's ever going to
just to keep it alive.
Yep.
No one's going to help me with this. I'm going to have to go on some GoFundMe. How is that helping me or this child live a life?
So,
but that's my point,
So, I've got nothing. Like, I've heard people who genuinely, right, fit the exact creepily narrow eye of, right, they're pro-life and they're anti-death penalty. Like, they really are the things that let you do that unironically and not hypocritically. On the other hand, they usually also yield when you get down to any sort of, so you're actually going to tell people no. Right, so where do we get the tax money to run the orphanage system that would support doing that?
Well, and that's the other thing. So I've had this baby that I know isn't going to live a good life, that I can't afford because of whatever, for whatever reason. I don't care what reason why I can't afford this child. Now I'm going to have to give it up, and it's going to go into the foster care system, which we all know is crap. Like, retarded percentages of children get abused, molested, sold. I mean, it's just not okay. So I'm supposed to do that or try to find a way to take care of this fucked up or kid that I can't afford or didn't want because I have, too many kids, whatever the case may be.
Not a lot of
You're not going to help me. Why are you telling me I have to do this?
Because it was politically expedient. They needed something to counterpush the Democrats' gains in unions.
Right. No, and again, these are the questions I am asking to these people who, they can't give me good answers for any of
No,
these things
you're
because
not,
they don't support the
because
things
the
that
arguments
support.
they're using aren't theirs.
Exactly. And that's my problem, is that most of these pro-life people have never actually sat down and thought about what the words pro-life really fucking means.
Or they had a profound problem in their life, and someone told them to look into God, and they did, and they found the wrong kind of church, and now they're broken.
Yeah.
And no one cares and is going to make it better.
Nope.
It's all just underwritten as God's plan, and as long as they feel bad at the end, then they get directly into heaven, no lines, no waiting.
Yeah.
Which is a horrific waste of a human.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Comment, like, and subscribe for more
yeah.
bummers, the interwebs. But no, this is just something that has always just really grated on me as someone who has had a child and as someone who has known women who have had to get abortions for various reasons. And I know the pain. I've seen the pain in their faces of, having to make this choice and, what it did to them mentally. You know what I mean? It's not an easy choice to make. No one's going out there like, yay, I'm getting an abortion. Woo! That's not how.
Give them a minute. Project Veritas will have somebody on video doing it, but that's a whole other lie.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean, I would be relieved if I had if I got pregnant and, for whatever reason, I would. I understand that, yes, it would be a relief. But you still have this amount of sadness of, it really sucks. Maybe you wanted that baby. Maybe you just weren't ready right now. Or maybe, you just weren't expecting it. I don't know. There's a million things, and it just
knowing the
drives me
history of
crazy.
this, no. This is the most barbaric form of classism America has.
Oh,
This
yeah.
punishes a very specific slice of the
Well, yeah,
women
because if you think the
demographic.
top 5% aren't going to be able to get,
Yeah.
abortions whenever the fuck they want, you're fucking kidding yourselves.
And the ultra fucked kids have no problem, right, inducing a miscarriage.
Oh, God, yeah. So, for those of
Can't
you
hot
in the
tub.
middle, fucking,
Yeah, no.
go to WHO, and, they have all the
Late stage
information you need
capitalism
there.
is really bad for the good kids.
Yep. No, I get it. It's not okay. But anyway, let's have a little more lighthearted of a discussion. Special news segment, Asshole and Risen WarGames. This will be fun.
Sounds good.
In this new segment, Asshole and I are going to wargame out crazy scenarios. So comment with a scenario you want to enjoy laughing at us, speculating on how we'd handle it. Tonight, I thought of something fun to start us off. So here's the story. Aliens land on Earth.
Okay.
And pretend they're here to help us. But rumors quickly start about secret prisons, experiments, and that kind of thing. We managed to confirm truth of these via pictures and videos, but the government's trying to keep it quiet, blah, blah, blah. How do we handle this situation? Bad aliens come down pretending to be our all benevolent, giving us technologies and stuff, and secretly are experimenting on us and using us for labor and such. And
You need to find a city population to hide in.
oh yeah, because here's the thing: we have information now that we're not supposed to fucking have.
Yeah.
So we hide in a city.
Yeah, you have to. Right, out in the country, you're entirely too easy to find. Right, especially if you're going to say aliens. So they have the ultimate high ground. So all you've got is hiding in the warrens of cities.
Now, we know this, so we're trying to keep ourselves on the DL. Do we tell other people?
Fuck no. So government and aliens, huh?
Well, government's got to keep the aliens happy, or they're
Fair,
going to
fair.
blow us sky high,
Okay.
or just put us all into enslavement forever.
I think you've got to hook up with the homeless population.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, because you don't want to be real visible to cops.
Nope.
So you're going to want to be able to blend into the background.
Stay away from alien patrols.
Yeah. You're going to want... Right, there's got to be some way for homeless people to get phones. Right, or at least access to devices, like if nothing else, at some level.
Well, and we're assuming with the new technology, right, that there's going to be an excess
Yeah.
of new technologies, right? So probably more cell phones, probably better cell phones, but they're all going to be
They're available,
tracked and chipped.
yeah.
And
No, you basically gotta, get your video to that, get that to, the nearest Wi-Fi.
I would hit up bodegas early on before the new technology starts getting down and buy the burner phones. Just buy a shit ton of them.
That only works if you, got the, evidence of aliens are bad early. But yeah.
I would assume, and I would prepare just in case, because that's how crazy I am. If aliens ever showed up, I'm like, all right, worst case scenario, the shit out now.
And yeah, if nothing else, you're gonna max withdraw your cash because you're not gonna be able to use your card really ever.
No.
Or as one-off flip turns. But I wouldn't.
Right.
Do that
So
twice.
get in with the homeless people.
Yeah. Get you a phone.
Stay quiet.
Get phones. Get the video out. Get the video around. That's all you've got, right? One assumes. However,
I'm assuming there's some sort of underground, right? So find out where those people are and start spreading the word.
Or a bit started, but again, I'd have questions because if they're doing experiments at all, if I was on the alien side, I'd be recommending experimenting on the homeless population, at least initially, for whatever their gross reasons are, and then if you're looking for a bioweapon against humans, you're going to want better selections later, but if you've already got the government down for homeless people, it's only a few degrees more for, I don't know, a bunch of college kids. So.
All right, so let's bump it up and say, let's add a little intrigue here just to make it more interesting. So,
well, because my only problem is you can't get more videos.
We got this information from an alien buddy. We became buddies with an alien. So now we have an alien that's like a human sympathizer, right? And he became our friend, and we earned trust between each other,
Watch
whatever.
The Jetsons, learn to love the humans.
Exactly.
We're gross and pink, it's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a really good sci-fi book to recommend. It's pretty much exactly this, but so we've got at least some access to tech. Is he still allowed amongst the aliens?
Oh yeah, nobody knows anything's up with him. He's completely doing his thing, and
I mean, weapons, if it's an option, let's assume it's not, because otherwise, it gets short-circuity pretty quick. Plus, you're going to want to use them.
We'll make it even easier for our little alien friend by saying that aliens are encouraged to hang out with humans and for us to interact.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be weird for him to have human friends.
Yeah. No, but it would be weird if he started dropping crates of weapons. Plus, again, have weapons, you're going to want to use them, and if they can come here, you do not want to start a squad-level fight.
Right.
So.
But maybe he gets some of his buddies together. Yeah. So we would have to work with him to convince other people that this is not okay, man.
Yeah, now that you got a double agent, cool, but now you've got to worry about his exposure, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think weapons is less useful than proof.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Agreed.
Because
the main goal is to get that information out.
Yeah. And again, that's going to be lots of sort of one-offs to, who's it's at the Post or everyone at foxnews.com.
Right.
So
your main goal, once you got situated and safe or whatever, Buddy has us all, if
you can get information out, that's the most useful thing you can do. Right up until you have to take a direct action.
Right.
So, and in this, again, my thing is, even if they only had one ship, that's a fight you can't win with 6 armed nitwits.
Right.
So, either you get to steal a lot of weapons, or you're going to need a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't think insurrection with aliens is really the right way to go. I think you're right. I think getting the information out there is probably the most important thing on your list. And then kind of, either push, if you can get people to admit it's happening and then, kind of go from there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably...
Yeah, again, if I was part of the evil government in this made-up scenario, I would be saying, we need more tech. No, I can just sell straight-ass the humans on this deal. They're going to take 1% of the population. I don't know why. They need it to save us from space worms. Fucking cares. That's going to happen now. Like, do
Yeah,
you
they could
also want
bomb us from space. Like,
Yeah.
until we can get ourselves in our society to a place where we either have enough alien buddies backing us that, you
Yeah.
know, whatever's going on in their homeworld, they say, this is not okay, you shouldn't do that anymore. You know.
Yep.
So I think I would push. So I would push to get the information out, but I would also push for alien sympathies. So maybe make videos for
Oh, yeah.
aliens and stuff like
Exactly.
this is what humans are going through.
Yeah, look, here's a
Is
human
this
playing with a puppy.
okay?
Here's a human playing with a baby human. Shit, I don't know what the aliens think is cute we do.
Yeah, but that's where Alien Buddy would
But they
come in
like the
so
Beatles.
much handy. Like what do
they
aliens
tried
like
maple
and
syrup?
think are good?
Like, yeah, no. That's always what you hope for.
Hearts and minds.
If aliens come here, we're going to be trying to trade with them with folk art. Let's not trade anything big for beads. I'm not picking on any humans we have in the past. I'm just saying we have no idea how to value anything except our stuff is worth garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So at best, they're really super friendly, like ET, for reasons that don't make a lot of good sense.
Yeah, but we kind of get the in between. So we don't get ET, but we don't get you know, fucking Independence Day type aliens. You know, ones that are just coming in and just gonna murder everybody.
Who do we think spent the most research on airplanes?
No, I'm saying in this scenario.
Yeah, right. But yeah, you have to push for sympathies and hope. On the other hand, right? If it's a lot of ships, then they've been doing this for a long time. If it's one ship, they still kind of agreed to do this. So it's going to take a while at least to overcome that. Right. And the natural ick factor of fuck them, they're aliens. They're not even alive. They're like goldfish. Goldfish are alive. Like, don't hurt them.
And any aliens that might be out there listening to this,
yeah, you're alive too.
You're cool. If you're listening to us, you got to be cool,
right? Sign up for our Patreon.
Yes, give us money.
We accept alien bucks.
Yeah, I'll take
Barnabas
whatever.
Start a cryptocurrency called alien bucks. God damn it! When is that? We have to delete that.
It probably already exists.
No, I'm sure.
Like twice.
No, and cryptocurrency's bad. It's like starting a mega church for the lazy.
Oh God, it's just a fucking pyramid scheme, and there's real like early stage you might make some money. Late stage you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's just nothing.
No, and it underwrites a whole class of crime that's gross.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not good things. Anyway, don't buy cryptocurrency.
Don't
people
hold crime bucks. It's bad.
Unless you're buying Barnabas bucks.
Yep, definitely.
That's acceptable.
To self.
We love our Barnabas bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll make an NFT of the other cat's butthole. You're into that, the internet, you weird motherfuckers. It'll look like an eye. They won't know. We'll put it on Nintendo.
We'll make an NFT of my feet.
There you go. Fucking we should.
We really should.
That's how we end it.
RisenLadyHeathen's feet NFT. Wouldn't it be awesome if it sold for like $1 million?
Well, I guess this whole last episode just became a pre-game show. Should be good. Maybe we can have you avoid being extra down.
Why are you mean to me?
Why do you, wait till the night comes to whisper cruel things to the internet?
Because I can't bother them during the day. That's not nice. Besides, they get it at 1 a.m. on Podbean. If you're following us on Podbean, you get it way earlier than everybody else.
Following us on everything.
Yeah, no, especially our YouTube. We sometimes do some fun stuff, like when we video game.
Send videos to us, we'll put them in. We don't care.
Yeah, and
we don't care. I'm not putting your videos in.
At some point, Asshole and I are gonna try to do a Twitch stream where we will be playing video games while we're chatting with y'all. But that way you can join us.
Yeah.
And actually talk with us in real time.
Yeah.
So that could be exciting.
Listen to us babble about nonsense.
Mm-hmm. But we'll put that on my RisenLadyHeathen Twitch just to see what kind of responses we get and how many people come chill with us. Yep. And if that goes well, maybe we'll make a BoomerRexTonight Twitch.
Yep.
So that could be fun.
I remember back when you didn't want politics on your Twitch, and then they annoyed you too much.
Oh my God, I did. I wanted to talk politics so bad, but I was like,
Does
because
the world really
it's-
need
it's-
one more human?
it's tough with gamers, right? It's hit or miss. Either they're going to agree with you or they're not, and they're going to be total
Yeah, it's
dicks.
entirely too easy to wander into a great eddy of fucking, right, shitheads who are just there.
Especially on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when I was streaming by myself, mainly. So being a female, and I did live video feeds.
That's starting this shit and you know it.
Oh yeah, no, I had some pretty good comebacks for some guys who were being pretty shitty, but it's part of the fun.
Yeah.
It was fun for me to tell these assholes to go fuck themselves without actually telling these assholes to go fuck themselves.
Yep.
Or just laughing at their fucking ignorant bullshit. Like, that's good. Moving on. Like, not even gonna dignify that with a response.
Yes, we know why Johnny's gonna die a virgin.
Bet you've never touched boobs this big before. Wait, you probably never touched any boobs except your mom's, and that's probably not okay, bro. But anyway, no, this has been fun, and I agree. My scenario was kind of lame, but
I liked your aliens. That was fun.
it was on the spot, right? So
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like a scenario, and I wanted to make it a little specific, but not too specific.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And we will do that again. I decided that we're gonna make this like a new, like, just kind of fun side segment that you guys can interact with us on. Don't forget to send us those names you want to hear me try to pronounce terribly. Because, you know, that's always fun to hear me try to pronounce people's names. Especially ones that are spelt kind of crazy.
Fair enough.
So, we love you all. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you. Wait, is today Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
Oh, shit. So, we won't see you back here until, Tuesday for you guys, but Monday for us.
Have a good weekend.
So, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Well, technically for us, Monday. I'm just going to say Monday. Fuck it. Monday night for Boomer Rex tonight. Oh, God.
Yes, Barnabas, obviously we have to have the whole show and the microphone back before he wakes up.